So you're thinking about moving to Jacksonville Beach, but you're wondering what's going on in Jacksonville Beach. Well, in this video, we're going to give you everything that you need to know before moving to Jacksonville Beach. We're going to give you the pros, we're going to give you the cons, we're going to give you the good, the bad, the ugly about living in Jacksonville Beach. It's a little bit different than living in Jacksonville. And so stick with us to the end. I'm going to show you the 3 best restaurants right there in Jacksonville Beach. You're going to absolutely love them. If this is your first time to the channel, make sure you click subscribe, tap the bell for notifications so you'll be the first to know of all the changing market conditions here in Jacksonville Beach and the surrounding areas like Jacksonville, Ponte Vedra, and St. Augustine. Hi, my name is Chris Snow with the Florida Coastal Team, and my team and I, we get calls, texts, and emails every day from folks just like you looking for help moving to the Jacksonville Beach area, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking at making a move in the next few days, the next few weeks, the next few months, just give us a call, send us a text, send us an email, book a private Zoom call. All of our contact information is below. All right, so we are going to tell you everything that you need to know before moving to Jacksonville Beach, and we're going to get after it right now. All right, so before we jump into the pros and cons, we do have a question of the day. My question is for you. We're talking about Jacksonville Beach. What is your favorite thing to do at the beach? Now, for me, I like going out. I like getting underneath one of the big sun umbrellas, bringing a book, reading for just a little bit, and I've got to be moving if I'm going to be in the sun. So I like walking up and down the beach, have a hard time just laying out. As you can see, I don't have a great tan, even though I don't live too far from the beach. So do me a favor, put in the comments, what is your favorite thing to do at the beach? Jacksonville Beach is located just north of Ponte Vedra Beach and just south of Atlantic Beach and Neptune Beach. There are about 24,000 people that live in Jacksonville Beach. So, it's not overly crowded. It is bustling. There are people out and about on a regular basis. They're walking, they're riding their bikes in and around the Jacksonville Beach area. So it's just a very cool place to be. Now, its distance to downtown is right about 21 miles to downtown Jacksonville. So if you want to get downtown, get to some of the sporting events, about 21 miles from there. If you need to pop up to the airport from Jacksonville Beach, it's only about 28 miles. So again, not too far. You'll battle just a little bit of traffic to get up to the airport, but not too bad at all. There are so many great shops and mom and pop restaurants and stuff like that right in and around Jacksonville Beach. But if you want to get up to the town center, the St. John's Town Center, it's only about 11 miles away. You're going to find all your major retailers up there. You'll find a lot of the bigger chain restaurants, some other cool places that are there. So not very far away, only about a 10-minute commute right there from Jacksonville Beach. Now, the other point of interest that we want to bring up is that if you want to pop down and do some day exploring right there in St. Augustine, so you want to go to the historic areas in downtown St. Augustine, that's only about 30 minutes away. It's about 30 miles. You can actually go right down A1A, and it is an amazing drive going from Jacksonville Beach through Ponte Vedra, down into Volano, and then as you cross over the Volano Bridge, just looking at downtown St. Augustine, very, very cool drive. Even if you don't want to go hang out in St. Augustine, it's still a great drive to go take place with. So now you know where Jacksonville Beach is. You kind of have a reference point of where it is to downtown Jacksonville and the shopping and stuff like that. Now I'm going to jump into the pros and cons. Like, why would you want to move to Jacksonville Beach versus, let's say, Jacksonville? Now, we did a pros and cons video of Jacksonville, or why Jacksonville Beach versus Ponte Vedra, and you can see that video right here. Or Jacksonville Beach versus, let's say, St. Augustine. Again, you can find that video here. When we get into the pros and cons of living in Jacksonville Beach, some of those are going to be very similar to those other locations, but we'll dig in a little bit more. So if you haven't watched those yet, you're not going to miss out on anything on the pros and cons, because a lot of these will be somewhat similar, and we're going to jump into it right now. So a pro for living in Jacksonville Beach is the weather. The weather is absolutely amazing almost year round. And what makes it so great is that because you're right there on the ocean, even during the summer months where in Jacksonville it gets pretty hot, gets pretty humid, you're always going to be having a sea breeze right there in Jacksonville Beach. So even though it may be really, really hot just across the Intercoastal Waterway in downtown Jacksonville, The beaches will always stay cooler. So you'll have outdoor dining most of the year there. Even during the summer, it's going to be fantastic. During the winter, it stays a little bit warmer because, again, you get that sea breeze that's coming off the ocean. Keeps things a little bit warmer than if you go inland. So again, weather is absolutely amazing most of the year that's there. The next thing we want to talk about is the walkability, and a pro that's, Jacksonville Beach is just very walkable, very rideable on a bike. So what you'll see is as you're bumping around Jacksonville Beach, people are out, they're walking all over the place. They're walking from the shops, they're walking from the restaurants, where they live. They don't really commute a whole lot because they're usually living close enough to either walk to the restaurant or walk over to the beach. So walkability, absolutely fantastic in Jacksonville Beach. The next pro I want to talk about, and this is just something that is in general for Florida, is that there is no income tax. So if you are moving from an area up in the Northeast, you're moving from California, you're moving from Illinois, you're moving from Washington State, New York, New Jersey, any of those high tax states, and you're coming to Florida, Jacksonville Beach, no state income tax, so you're going to get a nice raise there. So, yay. Next pro we want to talk about the shops and the restaurants. Very cool places. So many shops and the restaurants right in and around the Jacksonville Beach area. You can walk to them, outdoor dining, and some of the best ones that are down there, you get so much fresh seafood that is right there in Jacksonville Beach. The fishermen coming into Mayport, they're bringing their stuff right to the restaurants there in Jacksonville Beach. So if you're a foodie like me, you're going to find plenty of places to go and eat. Next pro, if you take a look at niche.com and you look at some of the scores that are out there, great schools right there in Jacksonville Beach. If you're someone that likes nightlife, Jacksonville Beach has a very bustling nightlife. There's lots of bars and restaurants, lots of things to do. Things are going on a lot later in the evening than you'll find in downtown St. Augustine. So again, if nightlife is your thing, you're going to find that right there in Jacksonville Beach. Next pro, great beaches. Jacksonville Beach, hey, you can get into some beach towns where the beaches aren't really good, but Jacksonville Beach, absolutely amazing. Great sand, great sun, great waves. So if you like the idea of going out to the beach, have the ability to walk along the beach, have a lot of shore, lots of sandy beaches, you're going to love that about Jacksonville Beach. As we stated just a couple earlier, that people are always out and about walking around. Well, there are so many things to do outdoorsy there in Jacksonville Beach. So whether it's fishing on the pier, whether it's fishing on along the beach itself, there's some golf courses right there in Jacksonville Beach. Just the walking, hiking, biking, all of that good stuff, you're going to be able to do that. So if you like outdoors activity, Jacksonville Beach is going to be an amazing place for you. If you like staying indoors and you don't like going outdoors, then Jacksonville Beach may not be the place for you. But if you like being outdoors, you're going to absolutely love it there. So what are the other pros that you're going to find with Jacksonville Beach? Just like Jacksonville, living in Jacksonville or living in St. Augustine, we're not too far away from other locations that you can get to a quick pop over with as a day trip. So if you want to get down to Orlando, you're only about 2.5 hours to Orlando. If you want to get down to Cape Canaveral, watch some of the things that are going on with NASA and with SpaceX, you can get down there. That's about a 2.5 hour drive. If you want to pop up to Savannah or Charleston, again, only a few hours away. So very centrally located to be able to get to some other very cool destinations without having to spend a lot of time driving to get there. If you are a sports fan, you will absolutely love being in and around Jacksonville Beach. Why? Because it doesn't take you very long to get to downtown Jacksonville. So we've got professional football with the Jacksonville Jaguars. We've got semi-pro football with the Jacksonville Sharks. That's more of the arena team. We have the Jacksonville Icemen. So if you like hockey, you've got hockey there. You're not too far from Ponte Vedra Beach to go watch the Players Championship. You're not too far away from Amelia Island to go watch the Bal Shalom professional tennis. You also have the Jacksonville Giants. So you've got semi-pro basketball. And then just everything that's going on downtown with the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp for minor league baseball. All the concerts, all the sporting events, everything is very, very close to Jacksonville Beach. And on top of that, in Jacksonville Beach, not only do you have the concerts that you can get to downtown at Veterans Memorial and at Daly's Place, you've got the Seawalk Pavilion that has a whole outdoor concert series. So if you like going out, being outside, listening to some great music, you'll love that right there at the Seawalk Pavilion. If the spa is your jam and you like going to the spas, there's all kinds of great spas and gyms right around Jacksonville Beach. So if you like going and spending a spa day, you're not too far from the Ponte Vedra Inn and Club. You're not too far from other things right around there. So you'll absolutely love the spa scene there in Jacksonville Beach. The last pro that we're going to go over is the healthcare system. Now, one of the things that people absolutely love about the Jacksonville area, Northeast Florida, is the Mayo Clinic. The Jacksonville Beach area is only about 5 minutes to the Mayo Clinic. So if healthcare is something that is important to you, the Mayo Clinic is right there. You'll absolutely love it. They are amazing. And again, a quick 5-minute commute from Jacksonville Beach right over to the Mayo Clinic. If you're finding this information helpful, please do me a favor, click on that like button right now. Every location that you can go to is going to have its pros, but every location you go to, it's going to have its cons as well. Jacksonville Beach is no different. Now, the first thing I have to say, because I know it's usually the first thing that goes through people's minds when they're thinking about, well, do I want to be near the beach or not near the beach, is hurricanes, okay? So the first con that we're going to talk about is hurricanes. Again, we're on the coast of Florida. We do get into hurricane season every single year. That is a real possibility. During the last 5 years, we've had about 3 hurricanes that have come pretty close to making landfall right in the Jacksonville Beach area. Fortunately, no direct hits, but you do get some flooding and stuff like that. So hurricanes, that's the first con. All right, the next con we're going to go into is that the cost of living, specifically the home prices, a lot more expensive in the Jacksonville Beach area than what you're going to find over, just across the river, just across the intercoastal in other areas of Jacksonville. The home prices right there in Jacksonville Beach, a lot higher than the median price house that you're going to find in the Jacksonville area, the greater Jacksonville area. So with the home prices being higher, the overall cost of living, or at least the overall cost of owning a home in Jacksonville Beach is going to be higher. Part of that's going to be because your insurance costs, with being that close to the ocean, you're going to have to carry some flood insurance if you are taking out a mortgage. If you pay cash for a property, you're not going to be required to have flood insurance, but it's going to be a good thing to have. It's just going to cost you a little bit more money to insure that property, not only from a hazard insurance standpoint, but from a flood insurance standpoint. Because the beaches can be pretty nice, right? And they have great beaches there in Jacksonville Beach, they can get a little bit crowded. So when you go out, especially on the holidays, 4th of July, Memorial Day, Labor Day, it will be crowded at the beaches, but there's plenty of beach line. But, if you're looking for a private beach where nobody's there, that's not Jacksonville Beach. If your idea of going to the beach is to go out to the beach and not see anyone, then Jacksonville Beach will not be a place that you want to move to, because it does get crowded, especially on those holidays. The next thing that you're going to find with Jacksonville Beach is that the parking can be a little bit difficult, because again, you've got people that are coming from all over Jacksonville, all across town to come into Jacksonville Beach, and they take up a lot of the parking that's there. So if you're looking for a quick parking spot, probably not going to find it. But as we said a little bit earlier, most people in Jacksonville Beach, if you're living there, you're not driving around a whole lot. You're typically walking or biking everywhere you need to go. So the parking may not affect you too much, but if it's important for you to be able to drive places, again, the parking might be a little bit more difficult because of that. The next con is that getting to downtown, if you need to leave the beaches and get anywhere going west, which is going to be either over into the south side of town, which was where a lot of the major employers have headquarters, or they have business parks, or if you have to get to downtown Jacksonville, traffic in the mornings, traffic in the afternoons can get a little bit backed up, because there's only a couple of routes along Beach Boulevard, Atlantic Boulevard, and JTB, which is the 202. Those can get a little bit backed up in the morning. So that is one of our, those are 3 of the heavier congestion areas around all of Jacksonville. And again, it's just, there's only a couple of outlets for people to go, and there's only one direction for them to go west. I'm going to group the last con all in one. So we're here in Florida, so you're going to have bugs, you're going to have snakes. Now, in our other videos, the great thing is in Jacksonville Beach, you're not going to find the alligators too much, okay? Other parts of Jacksonville, lots and lots of alligators all around the Jacksonville, St. Augustine area. So you don't have the alligators in Jacksonville Beach. The downside is you got the sharks. So we do have sharks. They are in the ocean. They're out there. There's some interesting video from helicopters that you'll see from the helicopter showing down the beach, and the sharks are out there, they're swimming. Now, again, we do get shark attacks, not as much as you get down in Daytona, but there are some shark bites that happen on an annual basis. So the other con with Jacksonville Beach, you go out to the beach, there's sharks out there. We can't get around that, but hey, no alligators. All right, so those are the pros and cons. Now, I promised you at the beginning, if you stayed with us to the end, I was going to give you the 3 best restaurants. Now, I say the best restaurants, they're the ones that I like the most. So my 3 favorite restaurants, one is Salt Life. Absolutely love Salt Life. They've got a great menu, fresh seafood. They've also got just some Caribbean style food, just bar and grill food, just great stuff. Very beachy feel. Love their t-shirts, love all their gear. So Salt Life, number 1. Number 2, Metro Diner, and I've said this in every other video that I've made. Metro Diner has pretty much a location in all the major areas of Jacksonville. It is my favorite. I was there yesterday, got the croissant French toast like I normally do, and it was absolutely amazing. So again, shameless plug for Metro Diner. Guys, if you guys are watching this video from Metro Diner, could you please hook me up with maybe a t-shirt or just something, because I'm talking about you all the time, all right? And the 3rd favorite restaurant that I have is Taco Lu. Now, Taco Lu, if you like Mexican food, you like tacos, Taco Lu is the place to go. It is a staple here in the Jacksonville Beach area. And so don't forget to go out there. So the next video I need you to watch is going to be right here. That is the pros and cons of Ponte Vedra Beach. Because if you don't necessarily like Jacksonville Beach, a lot of times what people do is they go to Jacksonville Beach and then they go a little bit further south. They like Ponte Vedra Beach a little bit better. So check that one out and just tell me what you think. And again, as we stated in the beginning, what is their favorite thing to do at the beach when you are there? Please put those in the comments down below. And if you found this video helpful, please click like. Chris Snow with the Florida Coastal Team. God bless, and we'll see you later.